How are you, family? Both of Deion Sanders' gifted sons are competing to join an NFL squad. One was Shilo Sanders, who was anticipated to be selected in the NFL draft's first or second round. He was ultimately selected 144th overall in the 5th round. The majority of NFL analysts and commentators predicted that he would be selected in the first round at number 1, 2, 3, 4, or possibly 5. More pessimistic people were considering a second round. In the 5th round, he was ultimately selected with the 144th pick. Whatever you want to do with that. Although Shilo Sanders, his brother, was predicted to be undrafted, he unexpectedly received an early opportunity from the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And that leads us to this subject. Shilo Sanders wasted a significant chance that was presented to him, but not assured. His inclusion on the team was never assured. Recall that he was not drafted. However, I suppose I don't know a lot about football. All I know is that I enjoy watching players get smacked. I enjoy seeing defensive players, especially cornerbacks, and Shilo Sanders is a powerful hitter. The boy seems to be both skillful and fearless. Therefore, I fail to see why he would not be selected in the first place. My only thought, family, is that Shilo and Shilo are being punished. They are being penalized for their father's victories, not their father's transgressions, but his victories. Deion Sanders' boys are the target of the NFL's resentment toward him. Yes, I did say that. The NFL is upset. They are taking out their anger on Deion Sanders' sons because they have a grievance against him. This is the chilly part. The NFL earned hundreds of millions, if not billions, thanks to Deion Sanders. Every time he played, he was a major factor in the number of people that turned in to watch football. The ratings went through the roof. How in the world did Deion Sanders enrage the NFL? Why would groups conspire? Why would team owners band together to ruin his son's chances? Family, this really irritates me, and there's only one explanation. They dislike black men. They dislike black men with a backbone and a strong sense of business. This is the reason you see so many of these guys, incredibly huge guys who used to be sports on TV. They're cured. Yes, dude, without a spine. Without a spine. All that muscle and all that size, simply put, coconuts. The majority of them. Let's move on. Shilo got into a fight with his Buffalo Bills player over the weekend, as you may know. Shilo punched him when they were vying for a spot on the field, but the other man also punched him. Shilo also threw another punch to get him off of him. Even though they both threw and landed punches at roughly the same time, the next thing you know, Shilo's ejected after being flagged. The team chopped him within a day after that. They cut him. Well, you know, the one who lands the punch second is always caught, isn't that right? The person who retaliates is always apprehended. All right, assuming that is accurate. Why in the world did they get video? Why did they have playback? In order for them to correct it, so that they don't commit these kinds of errors where they only penalize one player, or the incorrect player. You know, because once the player is penalized on the field, let's say the play continues and the penalty remains in effect, but you still receive fines after that. You do not want to find someone in the wrong place, do you? And in my view, that's what they did. They harmed the boy. Nevertheless, by just playing exceptionally well and keeping emotional control, he was able to essentially choose his own fate. Shilo can still join an NFL team, but since he's on the hot seat, he'll need to demonstrate his maturity and emotional self-control. Shilo, his brother, is in the hot seat, not because of anything they did incorrectly, but in fact because of their good deeds, but rather because of circumstances beyond their master owner's control. So accordingly, Shilo communicated via his agent. The agent said, "We're hoping he gets claimed on waivers." That's Drew Rosenhaus, his owner. I see. He essentially made it brief and to the point, as if we were hoping he would be grabbed on waivers. He essentially said, "Hey, give my guy a shot," when he sent notices to the other 31 NFL teams. I sincerely hope Shilo gets a chance. I think Shilo can be unique. I think Shilo Sanders would be an incredible player if he gets the reps and is allowed to play on the field. What do you think, family? Leave a comment. Your opinions would be greatly appreciated.